To kickstart our series of lessons, today I'm going to share some knowledge to hopefully help you to be able to transform and be, instead of being a victim, to be the master of your destiny. But before we go into that, let's try to analyze our behavior. So our behavior essentially will depend on our past experience, right? And our past experience will trigger off certain reaction once it is in our belief system. So our body is like a program, essentially. If this happened, this is my reaction. If that happened, that will be my reaction. So if somebody drives past me in a dangerous way, I get upset. If somebody says something bad to me, or the phone rings in a hall where I'm having a meeting, I will get irritated. So things like that. Okay? So that's essentially how we would react based on our beliefs, all right? And also to some extent, based on our expectations of others. That is also another belief, belief system, expectations of others. Also, another set of belief is, I guess, control. So let's say we grow up from an environment where we were children once, and as we grew up, parents control us, teachers control us, and it goes on. When we work, our employer controls us, superior controls us, government controls us, and yeah. So we equate power with control. So we in turn will try to control other people, and that's how we develop our personality, our characteristics. And we think by exercising control, we will get power, because power is what we want, all right? So just an example. And to get control, sometimes we instill fear, okay? We instill fear so that we show that, hey, I'm in control, and then, I don't know, to some people it makes them happy. Just an example, but these are everyday kind of situations, all right? Now, I'm going to introduce to you now a new set of beliefs, but before I do that, I have to introduce to you this knowledge. It may go against, let me warn you first, it may go against your existing belief in terms of your religion. But here at Hope and Smiles, we are not a religious organization, and we don't preach about religion. We are just speaking the truth about the universe, about our divine, about the creation, about who we are, right? So that with that knowledge and practice, we can improve our situations and help the world, okay? Help the world. Now, I don't know, let me see. What's the best way to start? Okay, well, I think this is the best way, all right? To go straight on and tell you the truth. And the truth is this: we are souls on a journey. Yes, we are souls on a journey. So what I mean by that is that we go through from one life to another. So this is a concept of reincarnation, which I know certain major religions don't believe in that, but certain religions, major ones, do. We are souls on a journey, and when we came from the divine, we are actually part of the divine. But when we came, because we came to this 3D or three-dimensional earth, this life, I'll talk about dimensions in future teachings. When we came into earth, which is a 3D or three-dimensional place where we live, we came initially as the original soul, pure, all right? And as we experience different lives, we get entangled. We get entangled with different souls, and as we go along, we also, because of the different experiences in different lives, because of what happened in those lives, we also, to some extent, lose our own abilities, our original soul's ability of we are powerful being. So what is our original nature or personality in the soul, the nature? We are pure, we are peaceful, when I say we are, we were, but in the original soul, we are pure, we are peaceful, we are loving, we are happy, and we are powerful. Okay, because I'm using the I am, the we are, because I'm referring to the present. If we can somehow get back that original personality, a lot of things would change in our lives. A lot of things. The way we see things, the way we look at things, everything will just change. So, a lot of people say when some things happen, well, it's God's will. Or they say, well, it's up to God. It's, or some even blame it onto God. Well, this belief has to be changed because God does not control our destiny. Might surprise you. God allows us free will. God allows us free will. The divine allows us free will that we can decide what we want to do. But if we connect with Him, when I use Him, right? When we connect with the divine, we will get the help, power, assistance, everything, just like our parents. Right? Because we have gone through so many lives, we don't have, we've forgotten who we are. So that's why if you pray, you meditate, but during those prayers or meditation, it's the same thing. You connect. And you connect with the divine God and to give you back that knowledge of who you are, the I am. Okay, the I am. So I am peaceful, I'm pure, I'm peaceful, I am loving, I am happy, right? And I am powerful, right? Powerful for what? Powerful to heal myself, powerful to heal others, powerful to heal relationships, powerful to heal the world, right? So we have that power in us, which because of the stain that we went through in many lives, so it's no longer, let's use the word white. White will denote purity. So the white is no longer white, it's now stained. Okay? So we have every day, if we can meditate or pray and connect back, right? Get back that power, love, peace, purity, happiness, everything will come back. And when you keep doing that every day, it will become your personality. Okay? And then you will awaken and you will know who you are. Okay? So if you have all these characteristics in you, then you are in control. You're happy. You're peaceful, calm, right? You're loving. So if anyone were to upset you, irritate you, or, you have the right to stop it. You are the one holding the remote control. Don't give that remote control to the other person to control you, right? You're giving that person the power to affect you emotionally. Why is this so important? Because we want to increase our frequency. And any negative emotion that happens to us, it will deplete our energy and frequency. So we have to protect, guard ourselves so that our frequency, our energy level doesn't get depleted. We don't want to be in low energy, because low energy are people who are in depression, sick, anxiety, and so on, right? We want to be in high energy frequency so that we can have happiness and meet around people, everyone. You see, the universe, as I said before, the language is vibration, and vibration leads to frequency, all right? So we need to be in a certain frequency, and that's where the universe acts like a symphony, all right? And we will attract at that same frequency. So you want to go up in your frequency so that you can attract good things in that particular frequency, and you don't want to be low, because it will also attract low frequency. All right? And what do we do to make sure that our frequency is high? Well, we need to control all the things that happens around us, by people or situations, or we need to be in control. So now we shift from being a victim to becoming the master of our destiny. Isn't it wonderful? You're now in control. So let me give some example of how in real life situation this can happen. Okay, let's say you had a bad experience with someone, really bad experience, and you're so angry with that person, so angry, and that person, you tell yourself, you caused the pain in me, you fix the pain. In other words, you expect that person to resolve, all right? So he has to resolve, not you, all right? So, but what if that person doesn't care? Doesn't affect him at all. His life goes on. So who gets affected? Remember this. When we radiate a certain kind of emotion, right? Bad emotion to other people, we are the first to receive it. What goes around comes around. It's just a boomerang, all right? So when we radiate anger, frustration, all the negative emotions towards somebody else, we are the first to get it. And the guy doesn't even feel anything, okay? Assuming he doesn't care, he's indifferent, right? Similarly, if we radiate love, we radiate a lot of positive things to someone else, we are also the first one to receive it. Isn't it nice? So if you know of this truth, what would you do? Okay, and if you radiate love and all those things, and you're the first one to receive, that is also high frequency. Remember, there's another video. If you haven't watched it, go to playlist on science videos, right? We have Dr. David Hawkins, who talks about different frequencies based on emotions, all right? So you want to have positive emotions so that you can enhance your frequency level. Am I right? You don't want to be dragged down into negativities in terms of emotions, then you will be dragged down in your frequency level. Okay? So you are now in control, and if you understand that, then that person cannot affect you, because you don't expect him to fix it. Because you just tell yourself, oh, okay, that's all right. I can live with it, that's okay. You eventually learn to forgive easily. You learn to adapt with your own life easily. You don't get hurt easily. So if something bad happens to you, you don't react. If something bad happens to you, you will know how to pause, think, then you react in a good way. Okay, so this is very important, vital, because now you are no longer dependent on another person to make you happy, to make you sad, to make you whatever. The happiness comes from inside of you. So you are now the master of your destiny. We cannot change the past. neither can we predict the future. The future is based on probabilities, the likelihood of something to happen, but we don't know for sure. All right? But if we raise our frequency, chances of good things happening is more, right? Universe is like a symphony, remember that. The past, it happened. Good or bad, we cannot change. Let it go. Move on. Don't hold on to it. Okay? Don't hold on. I think a lot of people, they have been holding on to negative emotions like this unwanted baggage that, you've been holding on. If you have a glass or a cup that you hold on to, all right, maybe first few minutes you can hold on to it, but in the next few hours, just the glass, you hold on to it. You know how heavy it will feel if you don't try it. So if you hold on to something for years and years and years, who is the one who will get hurt? Is it that person or is it you? So we have to make that decision to know when to stop the negative emotions. Move on. Forgive people. All right? And then just move on. Accept people. Don't expect people. Accept people instead of expecting people. All right? So these are just basic, and we will go on in other lessons with many more examples. So just remember this. Whatever we radiate out, good, we will be the first to get. Bad, we will be the first to get. So we know what to do, right? Okay? And it's pretty simple as it seems, but you just need to practice it. You just need to practice it and remind yourself who is your original soul, original personality. Okay? It's very important. And there's also this misunderstanding, I guess, of what is spirit, what is soul, and the body, of course, we know. This is a physical body. But the spirit and soul is something that a lot of people say different things. So to me, right, what has been revealed to me is this. The spirit is the consciousness of the universe. Okay? The consciousness. Sufficient to say the quantum field. Don't see it, all right? The 2022 Nobel Prize in Physics, now quantum is acceptable. So that is the consciousness of the universe. Intelligence, that's where the knowledge comes and so on, right? So the spirit will come into here, the spirit, okay? It will give us that understanding of a lot of things. The soul is an energy that goes through the different experiences. All right? So the spirit is the mind, right? And the soul is just the experience, the energy, with all the personalities and everything that gets entangled is in the soul. Okay? So the spirit, the soul, and the body must come into one. It has to come into one. All right. How this comes into one is the spirit together with the soul. You see, the spirit comes in terms of light. Our body is 70% water. So when you shine light onto water, what do you see? Rainbow, right? So that's where I will teach you how I practice the self-healing, which also has been shown to me that this is the right way for self-healing. By yourself, because you're getting the light, it's coming in, there will be chakras, all right? Probably have heard of chakra, but it works, okay? And we'll come to that in another lesson. So the spirit, soul, and the body must come into one. Then you can manifest a lot of changes, and it will Remember, the future is the consciousness and based on probability. So if you believe, right, mind over matter, the future will be. You believe, the future will be. So there's a lot of lessons, a lot of things to cover. And yeah, I think for this lesson, it's sufficient, and we'll take it step by step. And I will do my best to guide each and every one of you that you can understand and first benefit yourself, protect yourself from all these negative emotions, and heal yourself. Okay, I'll teach you on the self-healing method. And once we accomplish all that, then we will be able to radiate and help humanity. Okay, see you.